Hello my friends and welcome to the Dan Edwards Show. I am of course Dan Edwards. On today's episode we'll be taking a look back at the action from this past weekend here at House of Pain Wrestling, and we're kicking things off with Hucknall from Friday the 8th of November. The show kicked off with singles action as one half of the tag team champions, Jackie T, accompanied by his partner Adam Bolt, went one-on-one with the suntan Superman, LJ Heron. As the match was getting underway, the referee Neil ejected Adam Bolt from ringside because he was sick of him trying to get involved in the match. As the match was coming to a close, it was LJ in firm control, and as he went up to the top rope, Adam Bolt returned to ringside, pulled LJ off of the top rope, and this allowed Jackie T to roll up LJ with a hand full of tights to steal the victory. After the match, Zach Roberts came charging out to ringside and said that Big Man Inc. can only win when they cheat. And Zach said he wasn't waiting till later tonight for his scheduled match with Adam Bolt and wanted it right there and then, so the match was on. The referee Neil did eject both LJ Heron and Jackie T from ringside, but once again as the match was coming to a close, Big Man Inc. tried to use the numbers game as Jackie T came back out to ringside, but LJ Heron followed him out and stopped him from getting involved. This distracted Adam Bolt, and Adam turned round into a super kick from Zach, and it was Zach picking up the win. It was 6-person tag team action next, as Mr. Number 1 Niall Hind teamed up with the Beastess Dolly Dharma and Max Chimera to take on the team of Jaden Law, Lexi Morgan and Joseph Starr. It looked like Jaden had the match won as he hit a Rough Rider onto Max Chimera, but as he went for the pin, Dolly Dharma hit Jaden in the back with a steel chair, causing the disqualification. Dolly, Max and Niall then continued to attack the opposing team until suddenly Mr. USA Lance Flashman returned to House of Pain, charged to the ring, punched the chair straight into Dolly's face and speared Max Chimera. He then had his sights set on Mr. Number 1, but as he managed to get his hands on Niall Hind, Niall managed to sneak out of his grip and run away from Mr. USA. After the interval, Jaden Law came back out to the ring as he had a few pieces of exciting news. The first piece of news was that Mr. Rock and Roll Johnny Sterling was back and introduced Johnny to come to the ring to help him with his other announcements. The second announcement was that there will be a 20-man Rumble match next month in Hucknall, with the winner choosing a title shot of their choice. And their third piece of news was that there would be 4 stars on next month's Hucknall show, 3 of them having their first ever match, and another having his return to in-ring action. The new stars were Avery Lockhart, Antra Powers and Scooter, alongside the returning Nate Ajax. As all these new faces were in the ring, I came out to ringside to tell them all that they were all losers, and I could prove it as I was about to beat Johnny Sterling in singles action, and if the newcomers want to be winners like me, they should take note. As the match was going on, Johnny thought he had it won as he went up to the top rope, but I rolled out of the ring. This is where the newcomers decided to get into my face, and I shoved Nate Ajax away from me and got back in the ring. Nate tried to get in the ring to get involved in the match, and as I egged him on to come and get me, Johnny Sterling rolled me up, but the referee Neil was trying to get Nate out of the ring. Johnny let go of the pin and told Nate to leave, and I saw my opportunity, hit a low blow, rolled up Johnny Sterling and proved myself right as I was the winner. After the match, I grabbed the microphone once again and told Nate that he had done a great job and our plan had come together perfectly. In the main event of the evening, it was tag team action as the Money Mogul Sash teamed up with the Tribal Beef Grayson Clay to take on the team of Brad Matthews and the House of Pain heavyweight champion Joey Slade. As the match was going on, Grayson and Brad took each other out of the match and it came down to Joey and Sash. Sash was targeting Joey's already injured leg and eventually locked in a single leg Boston Crab, forcing the heavyweight champion to submit. Sash then made it clear that he is coming after Joey Slade and is having his sights set on becoming the new House of Pain heavyweight champion. Moving on to Beeston now. On Saturday the 9th of November, the show kicked off with Brad Matthews storming to the ring to call out Grayson Clay. It was Kyle Crimson that came to the ring instead though, and said that Brad Matthews is no longer relevant and it is Kyle who is relevant as the House of Pain Heritage Champion. As Kyle entered the ring, Brad Matthews knocked him down, which is when Grayson Clay came charging to the ring with a chair. Brad managed to avoid the attack and take Grayson down, continued to fend off Kyle Crimson until the numbers game became too much and Grayson Clay hit Brad Matthews in the head with the chair. Grayson stayed in the ring as he was scheduled for tag team action, teaming up with Owen Ocean to take on the team of Mikey McLovin and Indigo Jones. And it was Grayson hitting the fairy tale ending onto Indigo Jones, securing the win for the team. After the match, Grayson grabbed the microphone and announced that next month in Beeston there will be a Rumble match that he will be winning and will then be winning back the House of Pain Heavyweight Championship and becoming a 3-time heavyweight champion. This is when Brad Matthews came through the curtain with a steel chair, laying out Grayson Clay, and informed him that next month he will not be entering the Rumble because it will be Grayson Clay and Brad Matthews going one-on-one. It was singles action next as the Imperial Dragon alongside Dolly Dharma was in action going one-on-one with the Stormbreaker Marley Hayden. Towards the end of the match, the Imperial Dragon distracted the referee Tony, which allowed Dolly to attack Marley on the outside, throw him back into the ring, which allowed the Imperial Dragon to hit a vicious kick and then come off of the top rope with a moonsault to pin the Stormbreaker. Joseph Starr came to the ring next as he was scheduled to go one-on-one with the Bullhammer Kyle Crimson, but Kyle came out with his head bandaged up, claiming he was unable to compete due to the beating that Brad Matthews gave him earlier in the night. Kyle did say that Joe can still have a match, and if he wins the match, he will earn himself a shot at the Heritage Championship next month in Beeston. Kyle then announced Joe's opponent, and it was the massive Matlock. Matlock looked to have the match won as he hit Joe with a South of Heaven chokeslam, and Kyle then told Matlock to hit him with another one and called him an idiot, which Matlock was having none of, told Kyle to do his own work going forward, and Matlock walked away from the match, meaning that Joe Starr won via countout and earned himself a shot at Kyle Crimson and the House of Pain Heritage Championship. Up next, we had a Full Throttle Championship gauntlet match to crown a new Full Throttle champion after Ethan Griffin relinquished the title due to a shoulder injury. Two men would start the match, and every 90 seconds a new participant would join, and you could be eliminated from the match by pinfall, submission, or by being thrown over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor, and the last man remaining would be the new House of Pain Full Throttle champion. The participants were, in order of entry, Mr. Number 1 Niall Hind and Pinky the Pirate starting the match. Entrant number 3 was Kobe Woods. Number 4 was Alex Rue. Number 5 Tristan Wheeler. And number 6 LJ Heron. After LJ entered the match, the House of Pain Heritage Champion Kyle Crimson then said that he had recovered from his injuries and is entering the match himself, meaning we had 7 participants in total in the match. The first man eliminated was Niall Hind when Kobe Woods hit a Kobe cutter to pick up the pin and eliminate Niall. Next, it was Kobe Woods being eliminated by the Bullhammer Kyle Crimson when he hit a Bullhammer elbow onto Kobe. It was Kyle being eliminated next when Alex Rue threw him over the top rope with both of his feet hitting the floor. Kyle was not taking this lying down and hit Alex Rue from outside the ring. Tristan then hit a bicycle kick to eliminate Alex Rue. It was LJ and Pinky working together to eliminate Tristan by throwing him over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor, meaning the final 2 participants were Pinky the Pirate and LJ Heron. After several minutes of back and forth action, it was Pinky going for a roll-up, but LJ shifted his weight and pinned Pinky the Pirate, eliminating him, meaning that the winner of the match and the new House of Pain Full Throttle champion is LJ Jay Heron. After the interval, it was tag team action to name the number one contenders to the House of Pain Tag Team Championships. It was the Black Sheep of Mr. Nice Guy Will Roberts and the Monster Rayner taking on the Badly Dressed Boys of Davey Thompson and Brandon Brooks. After one hell of a match, it was the Badly Dressed Boys hitting the double disaster kick on to Will Roberts to pick up the win and earn themselves a shot at the House of Pain Tag Team Championships. After the match, Davey said that he knows Zack and TJ have their tag title rematch first, but they will face the winners of that match next month in Beeston and promise to become the new tag team champions. In the main event of the night, it was the dog collar match between Jaden Law and Johnny Sharp, with Styx as the special guest referee. During the match, the Black Sheep tried to get involved, but Styx ejected them from ringside and said that this match will be one-on-one. Johnny Sharp was not happy with this and got in Styx's face and even shoved him, which meant that Styx retaliated by hitting a spear onto the Shepherd. This allowed Jaden Law the opportunity to hit a Rough Rider, but instead of going for the pin, he said he wanted to make Johnny suffer, wrapped the chain around Johnny's face, pulled on it, and forced Johnny Sharp to submit, meaning that Jaden Law was the winner of the dog collar match. We rounded off the weekend with a special charity show in aid of the mental health charity Mind in South Normanton on Sunday the 10th of November. The show kicked off with singles action as the Canadian Peter Sador went one-on-one with the House of Pain heavyweight champion Joey Slade. Towards the end of the match, Joey looked to have things won as he was setting up for the Hell Driver when Johnny Sharp and Jackie T entered the ring, attacking Joey and causing the disqualification. This is when the Badly Dressed Boys ran to the ring to make the save, and they challenged the three of them to a 6-man tag team match later in the afternoon. It was singles action next as the Tribal Beef Grayson Clay went one-on-one with the Powerhouse Punk Mikey McLovin. After a hard-hitting match between the two heavyweights, it was Grayson Clay picking up the win. The Imperial Dragon, accompanied to the ring by the Beastess Dolly Dharma, was in action next as he went one-on-one with Pinky the Pirate. This was a clash of styles, with the Dragon using his power against Pinky's speed, but ultimately it was Pinky the Pirate picking up the win. After the interval, the singles action continued as the last true hooligan Ruddy went one-on-one with Alex Rue. This was another hard-hitting affair, but it was ultimately Alex Rue picking up the win. In the main event of the afternoon, it was a 6-man tag team match as the House of Pain heavyweight champion Joey Slade teamed up with the Badly Dressed Boys of Davey Thompson and Brandon Brooks to take on the Shepherd Johnny Sharp. One half of the tag team champions Jackie T and the Canadian Peter Sador. After a fast-paced, all-action main event, it was Joey picking up a measure of revenge from earlier in the day as he pinned the Canadian Peter Sador to pick up the win, much to the delight of the South Normanton fans. Well, that is all I do have time for today, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time, right here on the Dan Edwards Show.